Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hi, guys. Chickenberry, are you guarding the spray mallet back there? Oh, you are? Look at that. I think there's like some yellow coming in around Chickenberry's eyes. And I see like a little black cheek starting to show up. So it's going to be fun to see what colors you turn into. It's going to be fun to see what colors you turn into, little guy. Oh, hi everybody. Look at the jungle. I absolutely love the fact that all of my plants in the house are in one place. And it makes me realize I need more plants, to be honest. I really love it. And I love having the cut flowers adding in this burst of color. Oh, I really do want to go to the farmer's market every weekend after we move to Ann Arbor and buy at least one little thing of cut flowers because I think it would just be such a spiritual boost in the house. Hello everyone! So yeah, I just finished off like yesterday's vlog a moment ago explaining how we have all of our boxes still. Hopefully soon the movers will be showing up and we will be able to send the boxes off into pods and then just resume whatever kind of interesting adventures we get up to in a week of camping out like in our apartment before we move. So that's happening today and I'm feeling really good. I'm finally feeling a little bit restored because there's something about taking your whole house apart and packing it into boxes that can make you feel utterly drained. Imagine that. So that does happen. And I'm feeling a lot better and hopefully I'll be able to get more done today. I've already recorded a Wolf Quest and a Q&A rambling vlog. I'm about to record another one because they're very relaxing and I don't know about you guys, but I feel very like emotionally like a startled bird whenever all of this stuff happens and you just kind of need time to be able to adapt to a new environment, even if that environment is your old environment, just majorly changed. So I might record another Q&A episode and then see what else I can get done. It's just a little hard to record right now and I'll show you guys why. Behold, my current recording studio, where my voice is kind of echoey because this room is quite empty. That's another reason, believe it or not, why it's useful to fill up my office with plants, because your voice doesn't echo when you have so many plants that can hopefully like absorb the sound. So this is probably going to be a little bit smaller than my new office. This is actually Chips's office. You guys have almost never seen this before. So this is his old office, and over here, all of this stuff is actually donation stuff, except for my cute lamp. That's my cute lamp that I got to light up my little dark corner of the living room. And all of that stuff over there is for donation, other than like that pillow and that blanket. And the plant, I'm hoping, his name is Scuba Steve, and I'm hoping he can come with us, but that is one of Chips's plants. I got it for him as a gift. And then all of this stuff is like our delicate stuff, mostly my wasp nest, some of my corals, my big giant seashell. How many of you guys have seen this? Because it's amazing. Yeah, look at that. This is the seashell that my mom gave me. It's huge. I mean, this is my hand, you guys. Look at how big this guy is. It's from Australia, a whelk shell from Australia. My nest that I have, my like wasp nest that's very, very fragile. I have my mud wasp nest stored in something else. I'll have to just hope that it makes it okay. And the light bulbs, toolbox in case we need that, other fragile things packed in there. A lot of gifts that people have sent me, like a lot of the clay gifts are in there as well. This is my Japanese jewelry box. You know, if you guys want, I can show off some of my treasures. I collect things from around the world and tiny things that mean a lot to me. And I can show off some of my most precious treasures to you guys later. And then we've got my little corner over here. And we've actually got the geckos down here too. Are you guys out? Mellow, hi Mellow. And they're gonna get a whole new home once we move too. But yeah, this is why recording is a little bit tricky right now because I'm not in my usual spot and it's a little bit distracting to have Chips right there while I'm trying to be a wolf in Wolf Quest. So while he's sleeping, because he's a night owl and I'm a morning bird, so we have like about 6 hours or so in the morning when I like of alone time for me, and then he has like 6 hours or so at night because of when I go to bed. Like I go to bed at 10 on the dot and he stays up till like 2 or 3. So we have like some free time and we both appreciate that because we're pretty independent. So I'm going to be a wolf as often as possible over here before he comes in, and then I have a hard time keeping a straight face because I'll be over here like, hello everyone, welcome back to Wolf Quest 2.7.2, and we're with the Starry Skies pack today, and then he'll probably start laughing. So this is why recording is just a little bit different. I feel like Mona right now, you guys. I feel like Mona from Disney with my big old seashell. I'm practicing being a Disney princess, I guess. Oh, look at me with my seashell. This is so cool. Yep. I had to take some pictures. I just picked it up because I like to hold things when I vlog, and I realized I feel kind of like Mona. There's the really cute little gifs going all over Tumblr right now of her like when she's a baby playing in the water, and I have never seen a movie in movie theater since I started dating Chips because he hates going to see movies. Like, we don't have cable and he hates going to see movies, but we're gonna live like near the downtown when we move to Ann Arbor, so I'm just gonna go take myself to the movies when we move, and I'm going to go see Mona in theater because it's so awesome to see people who look like me on the screen. I can't even explain how amazing that feels. But that's kind of like a subject for another vlog, because that's a huge deal to have like representation of you. And like, I remember I saw the gifs of baby Mona playing with seashells in the sea, and I was like, those look like the babies in my family. Other than my niece, who's like a blonde, blue-eyed elf. And like, I remember sitting there with my sister, and we're staring at her, and we look at my sister, and my sister looks at her, and then we like check the baby over from top to bottom, and finally my sister's like, she at least has my pinky toes, because otherwise she definitely doesn't fit like the Hawaiian brown-eyed, brown-haired motif that the rest of the babies do. But she's precious, and I love her, my little niece, who's not so little anymore. I guess she's going on 7 now, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. But yeah, oh my goodness, that's why recording is kind of interesting right now, because I am over in this space, and I'm used to having my own little corner so I can really be focused and in my own world. And Chips and I, when I first moved in with him, we had our desks side by side, and we found it actually stressed us both out. And that's something really important to think about, where you can really love each other a lot and you can be in a great relationship, but you have to have your own personal space. And when we both worked from home for a little bit there, he would only go to campus like maybe once or twice during the week. And when we were both working from home and we were side by side, and he really prefers it quiet, and I have to be a chatterbug all day because that's my job, is to talk all day, it was causing a lot of stress, and we didn't even realize it, because you shouldn't feel like it's stressful to be sitting next to the person you love all day, right? Right? It is. It is if it's just not your personal space. So it's kind of ironic. We realized that was causing a lot of stress in our relationship without it being like in your face stress. So it just built up, and we couldn't quite put our finger on what was wrong or why we felt so overwhelmed by the other person. And then we finally figured it out, that we just need our own space. And that's why in the place we're moving to, there's 2 bedrooms, and we're actually going to turn both of those bedrooms into an office. One for me, one for him. It's going to be my very first office. Yay! My very own dedicated workspace for the first time in my life. So I'm super excited. And we're putting our bedroom in what would be the dining room. Because we hardly ever entertain. And it's more important to us to each have an individual office than it is to have like a dedicated bedroom, because we literally just put the bed and like the geckos in there, and the geckos are going to go in my office this time. Aren't you, Mello? There's going to be so many new gecko videos after we move. I'm so excited. There's going to be vlogs of like putting together their tank. I'm going to try to get like little time lapses of them like running around at night. They're nocturnal. The birds are out during the day. So it'll be really fun to show off both types of my pets more often after we move. And I'm really hoping I can go and interview and maybe do lots of vlogs at the Gouldian Finchwoman's place, because that would be really cool too. But yeah, so that's why it's kind of funny, because we started out side by side and realized we needed our own space. So he had an office because he needed more quiet for his focused academic studies. And I was okay with being out in the open in the living room, but I'm really excited about having a door of my own. I've tried it out today when I recorded a couple videos, closing the office door and recording, and I'm like, oh, this feels like I can focus on a whole new level. So I'm super excited about that. But it is kind of ironic that we're side by side again for just like a week before we get our own places, like our own office, for a little while. So, well, hopefully for a long while. I don't want to have to move again for a while, but I said that last year too, and we did anyway. But this will be good, because at least we know we're going to be in Ann Arbor for 6 years for his PhD. So that's really a relief. And hopefully I can have my office, like, we know we're definitely going to have it for a year, because that's how long our current lease is. But yeah, that's why recording is kind of interesting right now, because I don't have my own dedicated space, and I feel like if I talk too much about warrior cats or wolves, like Chips might laugh at me, but not in a bad way. Just how are you supposed to keep a straight face when someone is like And Crowfeather brushed his tail up against Sea Whisper's flank, and oh my gosh, it's hard enough to say out loud when like I'm recording it for the videos, but in front of my boyfriend. Yeah. I'm blushing so hard just thinking about it. We played Starbound last night, by the way, because we haven't had really a chance. I'm always working, so I haven't played a game with him in a very long time. And I think that my new rule is going to be I'm going to force myself when he's home and not at school to try to open up to more opportunities to just randomly play a game with him or go on a walk with him. I'm such a workaholic, I feel like I've neglected that a little bit because last night was so fun. Just playing Starbound with him and two of our other friends. And I had told myself I wasn't going to play Starbound until I recorded it because I wanted to have like fresh impressions. But I tell you what, I played Starbound about a year and a half, 2 years ago when it was brand new. And then I played it last night and there's so many changes and it took me so long. It was like 2 hours of figuring out just the UI and how to do basic things. It's probably a good thing that I'm not going in blind on a new Starbound Let's Play, but I do want to start that after we move. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Office. We're going to have our own space, and for a little while it's going to be camping out like here. And we're going to take all this stuff to donation, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, for a little while it's going to be camping out here and having Chips being there, and that might be why it's kind of hard to focus on recording because I won't have my own little office, and because he's going to be sitting right across from me, and how am I supposed to record Wolf Quest and stuff like that when he's right there? It's embarrassing, but it's not that embarrassing. It's just like you get shy, but I'm a very shy person, so that's why. So I'm going to stop rambling, and I will let you guys know what's going to happen with the move, or if we get up to any little adventures before we leave North Carolina. And I probably should feel mopier, maybe, about the fact we're leaving, but we're both ready. We're ready to take on Michigan, and we're already looking up things to try to do during the month before his classes begin, so that we can really live. Each and every time I've moved the last few years, I just feel an intense desire to have done more, but not in the like woe is me way, in a resolute way. Next place I live, I'm going to go out and adventure more. And with vlogging, between vlogging and Pokemon Go and just this growing spirit of adventure that really vlogging has helped to encourage, I think I'm going to have a really great time in Ann Arbor doing that. I'm going to bring you guys along with me. For now, I'm going to put this beautiful seashell down, my precious, and I'm going to go see if I can record more videos before the movers get here, and before Chips is sitting across from me, and it becomes hard to do so because I'm a little shy. That's the most chill squirrel ever. Do you think he's depressed because the seeds are gone? I think he's depressed because the seeds are gone. Look at you! He's so lazy! Oh my gosh, he's the best squirrel ever. He's just laying down. Well, isn't it like 94 or something outside today? Probably. All right, you go ahead and rest. He just turned his head away from me, darling. He's like, no. He's so cute. Finally here! Long story to tell you about. They're gonna walk in the door any second, and we're finally going to start moving things into the pods. Oh my gosh. Let's just say there were some more mishaps and adventures, and I will catch you guys up in just a minute. This is finally a temporary goodbye stuff. We'll see you in Michigan in about a week. So it's kind of like this awkward moment where I was more in the way than anything else, and I'm kind of excited because I think my umbrella plant can come. So it looks like we're gonna have enough room. Like, they took probably 3/4 of our stuff down, and it was able to fit in just one pod because they're really good at packing it in there. And so we're hoping we can get some of my plants tucked away, maybe even the patio furniture and the mattress, which we thought we were gonna have to just like give away and then get new things when we moved. So we're hoping we can get all of that into the second pod. And I was kind of getting in the way because I'm just like, do you think Chips, is there gonna be room? Is there gonna be room for my plants? So I'm inside, I'm working on work emails right now in the little office room while everyone is packing up everything. I kind of want to go down and poke at things, but I think I'd be majorly in the way because there's only one set of stairs, like up and down, and they picked up, like the guy came in and he picked up the boxes with Chip's books. We're talking 3 bookshelves worth of books that we put into like the reusable bags that we have because they're easier to move that way than boxes. You have better grip. So we're like 8, maybe 8 or 6, 8, 10, somewhere in that range, bags full of boxes or books, like heavy textbooks, Chips's history textbooks for his classes he teaches. And the guy just picked up all the bags. That's like 3 bookshelves worth of books, heavy textbooks, and just picked them all up, like slung them over his shoulder and walked down the stairs with them. And then all of the books that I had, I was like, oh my gosh, all of the boxes with the heavy, heavy books and everything in them, they just slung it like into their arms and walked off with them. And we're talking about like hundreds of pounds worth of stuff. So it's kind of like, whoa. So they're working on that right now, and I'm just trying to stay out of the way while they do like planning and managing. But I'm very proud of myself because you know whose idea it was to put all of the furniture at the front, and then the mid-range boxes, and then the tiny boxes and light stuff that could be packed in any spot. That was my idea. So it's a very common sense idea, but it was kind of fun to be that organized because it's made everything much easier for them and much easier for us, and it's just happening, and it's happening right now, and I'm just kind of staying out of the way while they get this done, so that's kind of cool. Oh my gosh. This is happening. We're gonna be moving. Our stuff's gone. Oh. We passed a lake egret. Look at how intently he's looking at the water. How can we miss that? He's just vibrant white. When we walk back over there, let's try to find him. He looks really cool. I've never seen a white egret here before. He must just be like kind of moving through and stopping for a quick meal at the lake. We're gonna have to see if we can. Look how tiny he is now. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to see if we can see him. You don't see him yet? Let me know when you see him. I might be able to catch him. Dun 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 dun. Let me know when you see him. Oh, you have to have seen him then.
I saw him jump, but I didn't see what he was.
He was a frog. He's gone. No, I don't see the egret. I feel like it's really hard to miss a giant white bird. But there's a nest. That's really cool. Hi, little nest.